Hi, my name is Vincent Paul Donato, and this is my persuasive speech. Does pandemic affect the studies of the student? Can we estimate how much the COVID-19 interruption will affect learning? If there are no interaction with people to each other, then what kind of future will there be? Going to school is the best public policy tool available to raise skill. School time can be fun and can raise social skills and social awareness from an economic point of view. The primary point of being in school is that it increases a child's ability even a relatively short period of miss. School will have consequences for skill growth due to the worldwide pandemic. The COVID-19 had an unexpected impact on many aspects of life, including the education of the students. This pandemic has introduced an uncertainty into national and global society, especially for school. Students are no longer be able to socialize with people. This paper is to show that pandemic does affect the studies of students, as it's influenced their physical and mental well-being as the pandemic started. Face-to-face discontinued to avoid further transmission of the virus. This resulted to an e-learning system. Thus, the transition to distance learning has been a challenge. Dealing with isolation, increased screen time, and all the frustration the pandemic brings increase the feelings of depression in students. According to Elizabeth Within, 66% of students report that the pandemic has caused them more financial stress, while 30.5% reported that their mental health negatively affected their academic performance. There is nothing normal about this academic year. It's true that online classes can give students more free time. Some are using this time to focus on things that distract them from learning. The pandemic has also created a need for internet access. Not all students have readily available. Many students are having a hard time doing their modules, knowing that some of the lessons are not easily comprehensible. In addition, this pandemic has presented many challenges to students, educators, and parents. Classes was held online and modular, but the knowledge shared to the students are only limited. The screen or papers that we have cannot give us enough knowledge. Children already coping with mental health conditions have been vulnerable to the change. Now we are learning about broad impact on students as a result of school being closed, physically distancing, guidelines and isolation, and other unexpected changes to their lives. We are facing an education crisis for nearly 77 million children. The pandemic has taken away their classrooms for the past 18 months. Students worldwide have lost 1.8 trillion hours and counting of in-person learning due to COVID-19 lockdown. The right to go to school and learn is central to every child's development, safety, and well-being. Yet, into many countries, classrooms remain closed. The COVID-19 is proving to be a constructive disruptor, giving an opportunity for restructuring the parents' conventional classroom-based educational system. This pandemic is making a significant negative impact on mental health of students. Reported a number of academic and everyday difficulties and high levels of mental health distress. Proactive efforts to support the mental health and well-being of every student is a must. The generation of children and youth cannot afford any more disruptions to their education, which is why we are calling on government to reopen schools as soon as possible and get education back on track. This paper still stands on its claim that pandemic does affect each students financially, physically, and most especially mentally. Thank you.